So today I'm up the North Coast, a little bit of a getaway away from the city to just to reset the batteries, but of course to do a bit of fishing as well. Beautiful morning this morning. It was a little bit of a hard launch with the wind swell that we've got at the moment. So it's a little bit choppy, a little bit wet, but we're out here, which is nice. I've just seen a pod of dolphins come by. I don't know whether they're gonna hit the surface and breach again, but literally just probably like 10 to 15 meters in front of me. Woo! I saw one jump out of the water then. But yeah, we're over some nice sort of bit of weed bed or rock, I think it is, and we're going to try and find a squid here. It's normally good squidding territory in these sort of parts. So we'll give it a go for the next 10 minutes or so. And if no luck, we've got some mullet as bait, and we've also got some squid as bait as well. So we'll take that out a little bit deeper. We're in only 3 meters of water at the moment. So we'll take that out and have a drop and see how we go. So I've changed up my squid jig just for a sabiki jig because there seems to be some fish on the sound, and I've just got something else here. Interesting, I thought they'd be yellowtail, but they're actually these little guys. Not exactly sure what they are, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure you could use them as live bait, if I'm not mistaken. The other thing I caught in the sabiki is this pike, which I'll show you here. Nice little pike, which should work quite well as live bait. So I'm going to go out a little bit deeper and chuck him down. Yeah, seems to be quite a lot of activity on the sounder in terms of bait. I thought that'd be slimy mackerel, but no, they're those little fish I was catching before, and yeah, that's about it, to be honest. So I've got a couple of those, and I've got a pike, and we'll go out a little bit deeper, and we'll drop them down and see what happens. I keep meaning to go and get this pike out in the deep water, but I keep getting excited and seeing these massive bait balls on the sounder, and I dropped my sabiki jig, and unfortunately I think I dropped it a bit too deep and got this little wrasse just caught in his lip. There we go, little wrasse. He's going back in. There's big waves here. I might try and get a little bit away from these rocks. A bit of swell bouncing off the rocks at the moment, making the fishing a little bit interesting. This is what the sounder looks like. You'll see a whole bunch of sort of purple and blue. That's some sort of fish, like big bait balls or something. And so just have one more quick drop, and then we'll get out there with this pike and these other little fish as well as backup. Also got the squid, of course, so covering a few bases really. Right, there we go. Oof. This guy's fighting quite well. Alright, so it's these guys again. So yeah, well, not too keen on these guys, to be honest. Alright, so with the pike, it's got a 4-0 hook. I'm going to try and take the hook through the nose. Out the other side like so. It's got a little bore sinker on there as well, and we'll just put them down inside the kayak and take them out to a bit of deeper water and see what happens. Yeah, no inquiries on the squid or the live bait out the back for the past sort of 5 minutes or so, so looking pretty quiet out here. if I don't catch anything today, you know, I won't be too disappointed. I had a great night out on the beach last night, absolutely smashing the tailor. So hang around to the end of the video and I'll show you what I managed to catch off the beach. So yeah, we've got a good feed at home. We'll probably barbecue or smoke the tailor and it'll be beautiful. A nice sort of big kingy or snapper that would just put the icing on the cake. The most insane thing just happened. I wasn't getting a lot of bites, so I was kind of just drifting along with my squid down and then my live pike out. So I decided to head back towards, you know, the bay area and have another drop there. And as I was doing that, I was trolling the pike along and two birds were circling above and dived for the pike. They were making, you know, squawky noises, carrying on. I looked behind, one of the birds had the pike in its mouth, but on my line was a fish and I saw the dorsal fin, huge thing. As I was reeling it in, my rod was going crazy and I saw the dorsal fin go along my kayak, but the fish came off. So I put out one of these guys. He died unfortunately, but I put him out anyway, and a fish just had a real go. You can see the teeth marks alongside the side of the fish. I don't know what it was, but he picked it up, he gave it a tug and then he let it go unfortunately. Chuck him back down because he's enticing something. Beautiful little rat kingfish. Beautiful fish. He was a good little fight. Thought it might have been a kingy, but he did feel a bit small and he is quite a small one, so he's going back in the water. There you go, mate. How good. Just seen some fins come out of the water next to me, not too far from me. I think it's dolphins. Definitely hope it's dolphins, but I'll if they come up again, I'll see if I can give you a glimpse of them. They're just over sort of between me and where that rock is over there. Just got a bit of squid down and a big heavy rod to my left here. Just going to move over maybe a little bit closer to the rock and into the open a little bit and try drop there. See how we go. Oh. Oh. Come here. Jesus, settle down. Woo. Another rat kingfish. One squid. Oh, God, he's lively. Settle down. I want to get a hook in me. Hey. He's a tiny little kingfish, but he's got plenty of fight in him. Whew. Not sure whether there's any bigger ones around, but he's tiny. He's probably the smallest kingy I've caught. Alright, so we're going to head back in. Back to shore now, I'm back home. Not a bad sesh, two little kingies. Can't complain, they were a bit of fun to catch. We didn't keep anything today, but that's okay. We've got some good lunch. As I said, we did well off the beach last night, and I'll show you the tailor I caught in a moment when I'm back at the pad. Alright guys, we'll see you there. I had a great session on the beach last night. Little solo session. Look at the mad feed I managed to pull in. Little brim and 5 nice tailor. Now all caught on on pilchard, using a ganged hook and a nice heavy star sinker as well. So it's a 12-foot rod, and my trusty Shimano Sedona 5000, I think it is, 50-pound braid, and then it's 20-pound fluorocarbon leader.